Just don't be shocked when you look up and you ain't got no money on your account. That's that's all I gotta say about that.
They call me Megatron, just did a telethon. He got my...
Hey y'all, so I'm back with another video, and this time I'm about to put y'all on a little bit of free game about college. So, you know, I ain't no senior yet or nothing, but I feel like I got enough experience to tell y'all some things. So this is gonna be 15 things that I wish I knew or that I wish somebody told me before I left for school. Like, period. This is in no particular order, but yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that I wish I knew about before college was scholarships. People had always told me that college was expensive, but I did not realize how expensive it was until I got a breakdown of everything I would be paying for every semester. When I saw the numbers, I was like, wow. Like, it didn't click in my head until I saw it. Like, people had always said, oh, college is expensive, blah blah blah. But I was always like, well, if it's so expensive, why do so many people go? And but you know, stupid stuff. So I didn't really, you know, take it serious. But look, ladies and gents, scholarships. Nobody wants to have hella loans out for school, having to worry about paying them back and being in debt and all this stuff. Scholarships. You need to be looking at scholarships as early as you can, applying as early as you can. This is one thing that I truly regret, that I did not take it serious and I did not take scholarships seriously. If ain't nobody told you already, scholarships. When you think of college, think of scholarships. Unless you know you big ballin', you can pay it all, you know. I ain't nothing against that. But scholarships, like, that's all I can say about it. That's gonna start off this video. Scholarships, get them, take them, get them, period. The next thing that I wish somebody told me was that I was going to be broke. There's gonna be times when you in school and you're gonna be hungry. And you're not gonna want the school food. You're gonna want you a meal, but you can't because you broke. Or you're gonna want to go to a party, but you can't because you gotta pay for other stuff and extra schools and extra supplies and all this. So if you have a hustle or if you have a job before you go into school, to college, I recommend that you start saving as early as you can. Get you a savings account and put little money aside from your checks. So once you get to school, you're good for maybe that whole first year, or you know, like that. Yeah, on top of being broke, you need to spend wisely. You can't splurge on something and then end up being broke the next 2-3 weeks. Like, that's not smart. You need to have a little bit of something on you at all times because you never know what's gonna happen. So prepare to be broke. And if you was like me, I didn't work my first 2 years. I didn't work at all. So like, any money I was getting was like from what I had already or from my parents. So if you're like me, when you get a chance to work, you need to be savings, ma'am, gent. You need to be saving, okay? Just don't be shocked when you look up and you ain't got no money on your account. That's all I gotta say about that. I wish somebody would have told me how stressed and depressed I would be at times. Okay. So now that I told you that, when it happens to you, don't feel like you're alone, because trust me, you can turn the corner and there's gonna be somebody feeling the same way. Yeah, so in college, I had never been so sad ever, I think. Just because of like how things wasn't going my way, or I was stressed about so much stuff, or like just being away from family. I have never been so sad ever. So college is gonna do that to you, but don't feel like that's your chance to give up and give in, because it's not. It's just a part of being in school. It's a part of being in college. Like, you're gonna stress, you're gonna feel sad, but when you feel that way, you can't sit in it, you can't dwell in it, you can't soak in it. You can't sit in that too long, because you can get stuck there and it can be really, really, really hard to pull yourself out of it. I'm here to tell you that you will be stressed and depressed in college, but it is not an excuse to give up. You just have to work through it, and yeah, when you feel it coming on, do something, get moving, do something. And remember that it's not just you. Don't think that you're the only one that's sad in college. Like, people hide it all the time. I've done it a couple times. Like, people hide it, but don't think it's just you, because trust me, it's not. Everybody hits rock bottom at some point. And this is not like anything to scare you all off or anything from school. It's just the truth. Like, it's just the truth. And if anything, is to better prepare you all for what's come forth. You don't necessarily have to go into school thinking you have to have it all together, thinking that you have to know what your major is, and stuff like that. I know people say it's better because there's so much money at stake that you don't want to waste your time or anything like that, but don't feel like it's something wrong if you don't really know. Now, I feel like it's a thin line between that, because you don't want to go to school and just half-assing the whole time and you don't know, and you get to your senior year and you still don't know what you're doing. You wasted 4 years worth of money. Like, that's different. That's completely different. But my thing is, you don't have to go in with the set plan, because number one, it's not gonna go that way, period. Like, if it does, kudos to you, but it's not gonna happen that way. Like, you cannot plan everything to the T, because that's just not how life works. But once you get into everything, into your academics, into college itself, things change. You don't have to go in 100% sure that, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. You don't have to do that, but you wanna have a pretty good idea, because you don't wanna waste your time that you're there. You don't wanna add on more years than you need to. Like, yeah, just my thing is, just don't feel pressure to know exactly what you want to do. People go into college undecided all the time. Like, that's a normal thing, because honestly, you never know what'll happen, or you never know what you'll be interested in or anything like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. But just my thing is, just don't feel pressure to know exactly what you want to do when you step foot in school, because it's just, it'll take you by surprise, honestly. So don't be afraid to go in as one major and then end up switching it or minoring, something like that, because that's the process. That's the process that you're gonna go through. But that's just a part of being in college. Like, it's figuring out who you are and what you want to do and what you love. So yeah, I wish somebody would have told me that I didn't have to have it all together when I went to Number 5, the 5th thing that I wish I would have known was to get involved. As much as I can, because the benefits, there are many benefits to getting involved on campus and with organizations. Number 1 is it keeps you busy. You're never bored. You're never, anything like that. Like, people did tell me that all the time, but I didn't realize it until I was sitting in a room sometimes, like, looking at the 4 walls, like, what am I doing? I'm so bored. And you end up being around the same people, and sometimes you don't want to be around them. You want to meet new people and stuff like that. So get involved as early as you can, because you build connections, you end up networking with people. That stuff comes in handy. Like, the more you get involved and feel more connected to your campus, the better your experience will be. So get involved, guys. Do something so you're not like going to class, going to your room, going to class, going to your room. Don't do that, because then, like, what are you experiencing? I wish somebody would have told me to make sure you have a strong support system. Now, this doesn't really apply to me because I do have a strong support system, but if I didn't, I would want somebody to tell me that I needed that. Because like I said, college can be hard. There can be some really sad, down times, and you need that support system to back you up on that, to remind you why you're there, to remind you that you're worthy enough of being there. And sometimes, your school friends just isn't enough. Like, you need somebody that knows you and truly knows you and loves you. So I would say, make sure you have a strong support system before you go, even if it's not necessarily family, even if it's like a close counselor that you have that you can always call, anything like that. Because, like I said, college can get tough. And once again, I'm not here to scare you. I'm just here to give you all some tips about, things that can help you. Things that, like, when you encounter it, you're not just shocked and stuck. I also say this because it's gonna be times where you're gonna miss your people back home. You're gonna miss, your mom or your dad, your grandma, auntie, cousins. You're gonna miss those people, and it's okay. Like, so don't let anybody tell you, like, man, you should have just stayed home if you're gonna miss them so much, blah blah blah. Don't feel bad that you miss your family, that you want to go home sometimes. So don't let anybody tell you that you doing too much. You might as well just stay home if you're gonna be acting all homesick and blah blah blah. No. You can do what you want to do, because you know how you were loved and you know who's going to support you. So don't let anybody tell y'all that, okay? Okay. Oh, number seven. Don't buy your books right away. Don't do that. And even then, if you don't have to get it from the bookstore, don't, because they're gonna rip you off and you're gonna be mad. So what I mean by do not buy your books right away. Some professors, they'll have like the materials or the books that they're gonna use on their syllabus, but once you actually sit down in that first class and they go over the syllabus, some of them are like, yeah, don't even get that, or I have another website where you can get it, or there's an ebook where you can get it, or you know. So don't be in a rush to buy all your books the very minute you get a chance. Yeah, don't do that, because you're gonna waste a lot of money, and then a lot of them you're gonna use for that semester and never look at it again. So don't do that. What I would recommend is waiting until about a week or two into the semester, see what your professor says about the book, and if they say that you are going to need this book or that material, then go online first. Or even, I know at A&T, you know, before all the classes start or toward the end of the classes, people always post on a hashtag what books they're selling or what books they'll trade you for, anything like that. And it's always at a cheaper cost than the bookstore, because the bookstore just wants to take your money, okay? Like, it's hella websites where you can get your books from. You do not have to go in that bookstore, because trust me, honey, they're overpriced and you can find it cheaper somewhere else. Trust me on this, okay? Number 8, I wish somebody would have told me that just because you don't have somebody there to tell you not to do it, that does not mean that you should do it, okay? Let me say that again. Just because you do not have somebody there to tell you not to do it, just because you don't have your grandma, your parents, your auntie, your older brother there to tell you not to do it, that does not mean you do it, okay? We know how we were raised. We know if it's something that we should not be doing, okay? People tend to get to college and, you know, people wild out a little bit, you know. But if you know that you should not be doing that, and you know that it's not in your character to do, do not do it, okay? Trust me. Trust me. And if you don't have that person, I'm here to tell you, don't do it. If you know you're gonna look back and be like, why did you do that? That ain't even like you. Don't do it. Save yourself the stress, save yourself the embarrassment, save yourself all of that, okay? All right. Yeah, because you can get to college and you feel like, you know, I'm grown. I don't have nobody here to tell me what to do, blah, blah, blah. And you end up doing a whole lot of stuff and you look back and you're like ashamed. So, yeah, save all that. Save all that. Remember your morals. Remember who raised you, okay? Yeah, don't switch up now. I'm not saying, you know, don't have fun, don't experience new things, but like, there's a limit. There's definitely a limit of what you should and should not be doing, okay? Number 9, I wish somebody would have told me that I need to learn how to do things by myself, okay? That was one thing that was really hard for me. I'm gonna be honest, like freshman year, you know, my little group of friends, like we did a lot of things together, and then sophomore year, you know, we kind of like, we were still close, but everybody had their separate things to do. So I had to get used to doing a lot of things by myself, and it was kind of hard because, I don't know, I was just used to doing stuff with people. It's not that I was, you know, clinging, like I want to do everything with you. It was just that, you know, when you know, I don't know. But yeah, I wish somebody would have told me to get used to doing things by myself. I wish somebody would have told me not to procrastinate. I'm here to tell you not to procrastinate. I know how easy it is to procrastinate, but don't do it. Your life is so much easier when you don't do it. Trust me, it was so many nights where I was just up, writing papers, studying, all this. I did it so much that now I'm like, I'm not doing that no more. I'm not. I refuse. And if I do it again, somebody needs to come and slap me, because that's too much. It's so stressful. Like, y'all, don't procrastinate. If you just eliminate that from your life, things would be so much easier. Like, so much easier. I wish somebody would have told me that college would humble me real quick. Not saying that I was ever, like, not a humble person, because I was, but some situations, you just got to sit back and just take it and just be like, you know what? It was going to happen. I just got to accept this, you know. College will humble you, sis. It will humble you in the most various ways possible, okay? If you're that, like, big-headed type of person, you're gonna have a hard time. I feel like you're gonna have a hard time. Maybe, you know, you vibe with people like that. You in a group full of big head people, like y'all up there, y'all, you know. Maybe you gonna vibe like that, but college, college will humble you. You just have to accept it, and like just accept it and keep it pushing. That's all. Like, this is not on the list, but I wish somebody would have told me to have faith in myself, to have faith in God, and to, you know, believe in myself, because there was a lot of times in college where I just felt like I wasn't good enough. Like, I felt like I can't do that, or like, yeah, I just felt there was a lot of times in college where I felt like I couldn't do that. And my good sis Jada, she would always tell me like, girl, you do not give yourself enough credit. So I'm not saying like be the cockiest thing on earth or anything like that, but believe in yourself, because if you don't, then who else will? So yeah, I would say that. I wish somebody would have told me like, there's gonna be times where you doubt yourself. You need to be sure of who you are. You need to know yourself. Know yourself. That's probably like number one on the list. Know yourself. But you need to have a strong hold on who you are and know yourself, because it's gonna get rough. It's gonna get rough. Once again, I don't want to scare you, but I'm just trying to be as realistic as possible. Like, some people probably like, sis, I did not go through all this when I was in school. Well, that was you. But some people may. So yeah, know yourself, have faith in yourself, have faith in whatever you believe. Number 13, don't take everything so personally. Like, I still have to tell myself this, because everybody, you know, is new people. It's a new environment, and you know, everything is new. Don't take stuff so personal, because like, if you do, you're just gonna drive yourself crazy. Like, some people don't understand you. Some people may not understand where you're coming from, you know. Some people may say something slick, but they didn't mean to, or they didn't know. Don't take it so personal. Yeah. And even like your professors, like, if they don't give you an extension on a due date that you missed or something like that, take it and move on. Don't take it so personal, like, oh my gosh, she hates me, or oh my gosh, I can't stand her, la da da, she's the reason why my grade is this, that. No, you did it, take it, keep it moving. Mind you, there are times when you can take something personal, because some stuff crosses the line. Like, you feel free to take it personal, but the little things, don't take everything so personal, okay? Use discernment, okay? Everybody is not gonna be for you. There are gonna be a lot of people who try to use you in any type of way you wanna take it. So use discernment. Everybody is not gonna be that best friend for you. Everybody's not gonna be that good person to you. Some people just want somebody to party with, and that's it. Know who that is and know who that isn't. You know who your real friends are and know who they aren't. Just be a good judge of character when it comes to certain people, because, you know, everybody doesn't have your best interest at heart. Just, you know, be prepared for that. Number 15, the last one. Be comfortable with change. Change is a good thing. Change helps you grow. It helps you gain new experiences. Be comfortable with that. Everything is not gonna stay the same. You can't be mad because things change or because people change or anything like that. Just be comfortable. And when you go to college, go away to college or whatever, that's kind of inevitable. So just be prepared for it. Accept it, okay? Because without change, you can't grow, right? Right, accept that. And don't be afraid to change to better yourself. I don't mean change completely to be a completely different person. And it's like a thin line between that two. I don't mean be a completely different person. You know, you want to stay true to yourself. Don't be afraid to change for the better, you know. Don't let anybody tell you, oh, you switched up, you're not the same person no more. Watch who says that to you. Because if it's the people who ain't no good for you in the first place, don't even worry about it, sis. Don't even worry about it. They got their own issues. You're doing good. Just be willing to change, or be open to change. Whether that's your environment, whether that's the people around you, yourself, you know, be willing to accept change. That's one thing, I think that's my favorite thing about college, and becoming older, growing up a little bit, and going away for school. Like, so many things changed, and I was so happy for it, because I like change. I don't like being stuck in the same place for too long, or being stuck in the same mindset for too long. I like change. So that's one thing that I was very grateful for. And I think you should be excited for it because things do change, your life does change, and, you know, I think you should be really excited for that. I hope this video helped you all. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please share this video. Please comment anything you want to comment, questions you may have, video suggestions you may have. Please share it with other people. Please subscribe and like. Please like and subscribe. A vlog will be coming hopefully, but you know, the summer life when you away from college is kind of boring, so I will be working on that. But like I said, please like, comment, subscribe. Please interact with me, you know, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, anything like that. I am nice. I will, you know, respond to you. So yeah, send me messages that you may have or questions that you may have, and I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. So once again, thank you for watching. My name is ShaniaJayy, and I will be back with another video.
Double up 3 or 4 times. I ain't telling no lies. I just run it up. Never let a hard time humble us. Double up.